Today we've got the first look at the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra thanks to some new photos on top of plenty of confirmations on the specs and the launch date, so hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got great news about the S25 Ultra's performance, and we've got a gaming clip on Twitter by CozyOSS, and it shows us Cyberpunk 2077 playing on the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is the chip powering the S25 Ultra, and it maintained a frame rate of 60 frames a second. Now, it also shows that there's absolutely no drop frames during the test, but it's also important to note that it was running at 1280 by 720 resolution, but the benchmarks for the Snapdragon 8 Elite are showing much better performance than the previous chips. And for those of you that want great power with everything, we've got today's video sponsor, the EcoFlow River 3, an epic portable power station that packs plenty of power. Now, the River 3 packs an impressive 600 watt of rated power with a 245 watt-hour capacity, so this means that not only can it power all of your electronics, even more demanding ones, it can also power them for quite some time. It's able to power anything from phones and vacuum cleaners to TVs and fridges, and it can even power my electric strimmer. It comes with a DC and an AC mains port along with 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. We even get a display which shows us all of the useful information like hours left and percentage left, as well as input and output power in watts. It uses gallium nitride power along with extreme fast charging and X-Boost to break through the rated power limit, and we've also got X-Guard that keeps everything safe while charging, and the battery pack is even IP54 water resistant. It also pairs well with their rapid magnetic power bank that offers a 5000 mAh capacity and a 30 watt fast charge using the cable, and then 15 watt with the Qi 2 watt wireless charging, and it's as simple as snapping the charger to the back of your phone, and it even has a built-in kickstand to hold your phone horizontally and vertically. So if you need some portable power, then go ahead and check out the EcoFlow River 3 now by clicking the link down in the description below. Now back to the S25. And we've got news of an S25 Slim, and this is to compete with Apple's rumored Slim device, and SmartPre have discovered the model number SM-S937, and this is a new Galaxy device in the S range, although it's important to note that if there is a Slim version, it's going to come later on in the year, and it won't contain flagship specs like the Ultra, although I'm not sure that this is going to work the same in the Samsung ecosystem, as we've already got the Founders Edition later on in the year. Next up, we've got a tweet from Max Jamba saying 2201, and he's referring to the S25 launch date, which is going to be the 21st of January, and it does seem like a likely date. When it comes to leaks, Max Jamba only tends to share things that he's pretty sure to be true. Now, leaker Setsuna Digital also tells us that the bill of materials is increasing for the S25 Ultra, mainly thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Elite cost, and the bill of materials is going to be $110 higher than its predecessor. And while it's not known how much of that increase is going to be passed on to the consumer, I think a $100 increase over last year seems very likely. Now, next up, we've got the reveal of the S25 Ultra thanks to some new photos, and the leaks come from Twitter thanks to a leaker that I'm just going to call Jukan, as I've got no idea how to pronounce his name properly, but he's posted the front and the back of the Galaxy S25 Ultra, although again, it's important to note that these are dummy units and they're not prototypes, so this means that they're created based on the leaked information, and it's not something that Samsung have made. Now, it does, however, give us a good look in the flesh at what we can expect from the S25 Ultra, and reliable leaker OnLeaks has also posted some photos of some dummy units that appear to be exactly the same, and they're showcasing the same design that I've been giving you in these renders for weeks. Now, this close to launch, case manufacturers will have the details of the actual design ready to make their cases in time, so design-wise, it's pretty much guaranteed that this information is correct now. But for those of you excited, we're now going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing of each model in the range to help you guys decide which one is right for you. So hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got the standard Galaxy S25, which is coming with a 6.36-inch dynamic AMOLED display with improvements to brightness and color accuracy. We're getting a 120Hz display with HDR10+ and a resolution of 1080 by 2340, and of course protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. We get a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera for the selfies, and then on the rear it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide and a telephoto camera, but unfortunately at this time we don't know the exact sensors being used. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the USA, and the global models are going to be using the Exynos 2500, and it's coming with a choice of 8 or 12 GB of RAM and 128 up to 512 GB storage, and this will be UFS 4. It's coming with a 4100 mAh battery with 45-watt fast charging, and it will of course come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and it's expected to launch from around $800 in January 25. So next up, we've got the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus, which is coming with a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display, and again we get improvements to brightness and color accuracy. We get a 120Hz display with HDR10+, and a resolution of 1440 by 3120, and again is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. We get a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera for the selfies, then on the rear it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide and a telephoto, but again, at this moment in time, we don't know the exact sensors being used. It's going to be powered up by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the USA, and then the global markets are getting the Exynos 2500, and it's coming with 12GB of RAM and a choice of 256 or 512 storage, and this will of course be UFS 4. It's coming with a 4900 mAh battery with 45-watt fast charging, and of course it's going to come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and it's expected to launch from around $1,000 in January 2025. Now finally, we've got the most premium model, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and the S25 Ultra is coming with a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display with improvements to brightness and the color accuracy. We get a 120Hz display with HDR10+, a resolution of 1440 by 3120, and it's going to be protected by Gorilla Glass Armor 2. We're likely going to get a 12-megapixel camera for the selfies, but there are a few rumors that it could be the first S phone with an under-panel camera. And on the rear, we get a quad camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide, a telephoto and a periscope camera, but again, at this moment in time, we don't know the exact sensors being used. Now it's going to be powered up by the Snapdragon 8 Elite in all regions, and it's coming with 12GB of RAM and up to a terabyte of storage, and this will of course be UFS 4. It's coming with a 5000 mAh battery with 45-watt fast charging, and it will of course come with 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband, and it's going to be launching with One UI 7 based on Android 15, and the S25 Ultra is expected to launch from $1,300 in January 2025. So overall, the Samsung Galaxy S25 series is looking great. It's refreshing to have a new design when it comes to the Ultra, and the fact that it's using the Snapdragon 8 Elite is going to make many people happy. Now of course it looks like the lower end models are going to be using the Exynos 2500 in certain regions, but I'll update you guys as soon as we know more. Now in terms of the upgrades, it's pretty much exactly what we'd be expecting from an S phone, and there's nothing really major that's exciting or groundbreaking, but Samsung are going to continually be working on the AI to hopefully bring some new features and hopefully deliver some great new software features. Now because of its similarities, I can't imagine anyone with an S24 is going to be rushing for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older S phone or looking to get their first S phone, then it would be a great choice. Now launch is fast approaching, and we're no doubt going to get more and more leaks as we approach it. I'm going to be sharing them as soon as they come in, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.